about APT. APT is in its pilot mode. This is the first taping of APT. You'll see it live today here in front of you. Because it is a live taping rather than a live show, we are going to have all sorts of things that go right and all sorts of things that go wrong. You might hear from me as I'm talking to contestants on stage, judges on stage, Molly on stage. So we are going to be running through this live with you. The goal today is to really get a sense of how the tools and the learning targets jive together. So enjoy the game show. Let's go ahead and get started with APT. We could bring house lights down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to APT, the School District of Waukesha's live game show where we amplify student learning. Now, welcome to the stage, your host, Marlene Figueroa.
Welcome to our game of APT, our game show that is going to be with our 4 competing teams in the beginning and then 4 competing teams after that. From that intense session, only 2 will compete in our final round. And let's begin. Meet our judges.
Hi, my name is Maddie. I go to Les Paul, and I really like to read and eat candy, so.
My name is Erica Miller. I'm an instructional coach at South and science enthusiast.
I'm Steve Sowens, a Summit View Elementary teacher for 5th grade, and I love dressing up.
In our first round, meet our 4 first competing teams. Yes, in our first round, we have the rookies representing Lindholm. Something really quick from you, representing your home team.
We are here to show that we are learners. We are rookies, and so we're going to do our very best.
Our second team.
Judges, you will vote for us.
Team Lowell, representing your corner. Not Lowell? TBD? No? 10 points for Gryffindor. What would you like to say, representing your home team?
We're representing Prairie and Mr. Griffin.
For our next team. That's team. Team Lowell.
Hey.
Short and sweet. For our 4th team, round 1. South High School. This is going to be short and brief, maybe even done sooner than we thought. So, for your first round, you will determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in text, including vocabulary specific to domains related to history, social studies. That is your learning target. Are you ready to begin?
Yeah.
Pumped up. And we will start the clock. You may open your cases. In 3, 2, 1, go.
I wonder what apps they're going to
Go, 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 go. Running.
For their first app, they will be using Notability and Clips. Go. Clock's running. Clock's ticking.
Okay, what am I doing? John, I'm the only one that say what the hell. Also, where's Michael?
So Marlon, where are they headed right now?
They will be heading out back. They're going to be actually working with these apps, using all of their tools they know. I'm kind of curious and nervous for some of these teams that are working together because they didn't seem like...
I know that high school team didn't seem to be really engaged, but I mean, like, so.
So it will be interesting to see what's going on there. Maddie, what do you think?
I think that it's going to be tough, I think, because South does not look like they're very enthusiastic.
South? Oh, yeah. South was a little bit. We'll have to see what they come up with. But now, meeting hopefully soon enough will be our next 4 teams for our first round. We'll keep it going as soon as, but in the time being, I'm kind of intimidated by our last judge over there, actually.
Thank you. I appreciate the thoughtfulness and the concern. I'm a little partial to the team that's a little older, if you know what I mean. They have a lot of wisdom.
I love your stash, by the way. We're ready for, this is what's going on in the back scenes, just so in case when this is going on with our next teams coming up, you can keep an eye on the screen because we'll be showing you little clips of what's going on in the back scenes. Our next 4 teams are coming up to the stage now. It sounds like we are all ready. Our first one is Steampunked. A little bit about yourselves.
We are representing science, technology, engineering, art, and math with our Steampunked.
Awesome. Second team coming up is Team Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. A little bit about your team.
Here comes the free Wi-Fi. We hope that you remember.
Me too. Next team coming up is Team Art of Technology. A little bit about your team.
We are here to show that technology is not a science, it's an art.
Ooh, ah. Next team for round 1 is Butler Quest. Butler Quest.
Yep, we're here representing Butler Personalized Learning and ready to rock it out.
And for you, now we are ready for our learning target, which will be solve problems involving the 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and identify and explain patterns found in arithmetic. Are you ready to begin? And we will be bringing our cases out now. We may start the clock in 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your cases now. They will be using Google Slides and GarageBand. The clock has started, so get to work, get inept. And now the real fun begins. We get jiggy with it. No. They told you, Erica, they shouldn't involve. Sorry, Brian. Again, down to earth, down to earth. Gonna go see what the teams are doing, y'all.
All right. We have about 9 minutes on Group 1A yet for them to work. Just a hair under that. We're at about 8.5 minutes for Group 1A, actually. The official time is going to be kept up here in the score booth, just so that we're all clear about that. And I just want to point out to the audience while we're working here, so what you're seeing on screen today is actually all being done through the iPad. We have an iPad up here that is switching, so we have an app that does switching between. We have some iPads that are live and out using Wi-Fi throughout the school, so you get a sense of what is actually happening. Because of our technical setup here, we don't have the audio live from them, but we certainly could have the audio live from them. And Marlene, you're welcome to bring anybody you want forward or work over the top of the shoulders of those who are right behind you there. Probably can't go too far.
I can go bother them?
You can and should. And
I'm gonna
judges,
go
you are more than
them.
welcome to get involved in the process as well, and we'll kind of see where we're going here. Yep.
Awesome. What's my time? When does this first one come up? Brian, when does the first one come up? 7 minutes. I have 7 minutes. I'll be back. I'm moving towards the back. Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me? Oh. So we're backspace. I think. Pretty intense.
Bring them your way, Marlene, because your signal's dropping.
So what are you doing now?
Hey, all right. Told you it's experimental, so we'll see how this works.
So I'm interested to see, the first group got clips notability, which seems to be very different
Pretty
strategy. Than
Tell me about it.
having
Has become a little bit, are you a little nervous that you're coming down on time, looking at around 7 minutes, six and a half minutes?
John, I couldn't hear what you said. I'm just following her.
Judges, if you can tell us just a little bit about what it is you're looking for from these rounds. What's on the rubric? What is it that you're looking for from our contestants when they come out?
A couple of things that we're looking for specifically are all the required apps incorporated into what they are working on. Does the lesson plan connect clearly with the assigned learning outcome? Will the activity plan engage the students? And are students able to share their voice ideas due to the lesson design? And does a prototype exist to clearly demonstrate the group's idea for the lesson?
I'm personally looking forward to seeing a lot of excitement from our teams. Are they engaged? Are they passionate about their apps? Do they understand the district's core apps? Because that's what I'm really excited about. Are we taking advantage of the apps that already exist? Andy, what are you looking for?
Something that represents like the tactile, visual, and auditory learners with like notability and apps like that that can help each type of class of student there. So. Yeah.
Excellent. We definitely want to make sure that we're engaging all of our learners. Vanna Molly is now switching out our teams. So, Marlon, what's going on backstage?
Okay. G6 or 5?
Am I back?
Yep.
Getting a little nervous, but they're not showing it. Keeping their cool. Were you able to see me, just not hear me? Is that what's going on? Yeah.
Looks like there's a lot of different devices being used back there, using all of their resources.
John, are we doing on
Definitely a lot of
time and video and
Googling.
stuff?
But actually our apps, I'm familiar with it. So it's going to be interesting to see how the 4 teams come up. Yeah.
One of the questions that came up in our pre-session training was just what resources can they actually use. There is nothing in the rules stopping them from using whatever resources they have accessible to them. So judges, I just want you to be aware of that as they come out. And then also, judges, you should know, but the audience probably doesn't know, there are not points assigned in apps. It is really judged by the feel of the presentation. So when we get to presentation time, they will have 1 minute to share, no more than 1 minute to share, and it really is up to them to decide how they're going to share that lesson plan and also any other pieces that they might want to include, like a prototype, although that's not required. So just so we're all clear on that.
Yeah, and I've been trying all day to get someone to bribe me, and no one has. So apparently everyone's has high integrity in this game, so it's going to be a fair fight.
To the end.
So we are at the 4-minute mark. If Molly, could you go back and let them know 4 minutes?
Let's hear some noise.
like I'm watching a video montage, but this is actually really happening live time. So.
You have 4 minutes remaining.
Brian, just so you know, I did come prepared. Look, just in case they weren't understanding me or I went into English, or from English to Spanish. Ooh. Oh, that wasn't loud enough. And I've run out of things I got to say.
No more sayings for today.
That one doesn't come up yet, though, so don't make believe you didn't see it.
Marlene, can you tell us a little bit about what you're wearing today? Because it is an important part of your
So this is like the halftime fashion show
That's
technology?
Right, fashion show, yep.
So I am wearing today, for you to see, found on Amazon, very cheap and convenient for you, a little travel case. I do actually go and run throughout the building, so I don't use my Mac as much. I use a little bit more of my iPad. I need a little bit of a wonder satchel. Fashionable, yet very versatile.
Does it come in other colors?
I should say yes, because it really does, but hot pink would be kind of interesting if we all had hot pink to match. Yes. Maddie. I was Maddie's 3rd grade teacher. You just need to know that right now, because that's why if I'm hugging the judge, it's not that I've got anything, but I do.
That's not the one I need. I need these two.
Okay, Maddie.
All right, we are at the 2 minutes 30 seconds mark. For those of you who are not aware, Marlene was actually one of the first model tech classrooms that we've had in the district. So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff there. So she's the perfect person to be hosting as she's actually lived this work over the past couple of years. And Marlene, what's your role now?
I'm the ESL teacher leader at Banting. So I work with some other coaches. Yes, like Leslie and Marissa. Did I say your name right now? Still don't get it right. Now you say it. Marisa. Marisa. Only known you for several years, you know. Looks like we're getting to our last minute.
We just heard that Prairie is ready to go already.
Last minute. Prairie's coming. Those of you representing Prairie, raise your hand. Whoa, they got quite their support team. How about who's representing the rookies? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, we got like 3. How about those of you representing Team Lowell? Raise your hand. Front and center, feeling a little intimidated there, judges. Just so you know, I don't know if they carried any fruit with them from the morning brunch. How about, is TBD in the first one? TBD? Saul? Anybody there? Raise your hand. Oh, they were all over the place. They're almost just like the, woo!
Ooh, that's
so, high school, right? Have to be with them. They're coming up, should be coming up quite shortly.
We're at 40
Don't
seconds.
see anybody yet. 40 seconds?
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
I think this is really the last crunch time. What are they going to do on their way up? Do they have anything left to add?
All of their resources.
Here comes TBD. I see them. They look. Lowell's following close behind.
Will they be innovative? Will they be impressive? Will they improve? Will they be, don't laugh, incapable? Capable?
So judges, just so you're aware, once we hit this mark, Group B has 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. 1B has 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. So as soon as we are done with 1A, then we're going to roll into 1B. We have 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Molly, please bring 1A to the stage.
John, I'm pretty sure Michael's just filming me.
Round A. Are you going to be ready for this?
John, what do you want me now?
Exciting. All right. So you will have 1 minute. It'll be on the clock. As soon as I get to your table, be ready to present. Once your 1 minute is done, I'm moving on, regardless if you're done or not. Are we ready to share?
The official time is going to be on the screen. You'll see what's on the screen as our marker. So when that gets 0, that's the end of your opportunity.
Judges, are we ready?
We're ready.
Back, are we ready? First team, Team Rookies.
Hang on.
What have you come up with?
So we took our standard and we're relating it to history, and being the rookies, we have our article about Jackie Robinson, and we're going to be working with vocabulary from that article.
So what students are doing is they're going to download the article into Notability, where they're able to utilize the different features of Notability, highlighting keywords and phrases that they might not be aware of. They also can use the source feature within there to, again, go through the text with some purpose and keywords that we've outlined, so they're highlighting things that they have questions about.
Then they will be going into clips to talk about the vocabulary word and explain what that vocabulary word means. So they will be creating short videos. Each page of their Notability account will go into describing how they use text evidence to explain the vocabulary words that were unknown to them at the beginning of the article.
We also use clips to build our prototype to demonstrate to the student how they're supposed to do this process.
Impressive, impressive. Moving on, next team, will they be ready? 1 minute to share, and the clock starts now.
So we are going to use a nonsense paragraph that we made up to teach our students, and they are going to watch the video of us speaking nonsense using the anchor charts that we created to determine the meaning of unknown words and phrases. Then we will model how to use the Frere model to explain those words, and then students will be doing that on their own using an article in Notability and turning in their assignment, their own Frere model in Notability as well.
I saw this frigid girl walking by. She looked upset and told me she had just gotten into a frog scuttle with her mom.
I asked her if she needed a slime wangler. She thanked me for the offer. Said she.
And we made our video using clips.
Time is up. Next team, TBD. Woo.
Quick stage
Go.
Representation. 1B's work time is done, so please have 1B ready in the wing.
1 minute for you to share. Are you ready?
Yes. All right, so for ours, we're going on civil rights movement for today. Our essential question is, how have prominent figures used their words to convey their message?
Our overview is to create a modern-day redo speech using clips. So in order to do this, they're going to choose a speech from a prominent civil rights leader, and then in Notability, as you can see here, they're going to take notes and embed documentation of where they're finding their sources into the Notability, which is a Cornell note sheet that we created. They're also going to define all of their vocabulary there, and then they will create a redo of
in whose symbolic shadow we stand today.
Go ahead.
Signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
This momentous keep the mic next to the
came as a great beacon of light to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to the end of the long night of their captivity.
And that's that.
Under time. Nicely done. Okay, and lastly but not least, round A. Are you ready to share? Last team.
We're ready.
Team Gryffindor. Time starts now.
Okay, our 10 points for Gryffindor. And we have our students at Hogwarts, Todd Gray from the Slytherin House, Maddie from Gryffindor, Erica from Hufflepuff, and Mark Twain from Ravenclaw. Our assignment will be to define and give examples of the word muggle using Notability from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and use the word muggle in a sentence using clips. And here is our prototype based on this passage.
So using Notability, the students can have the passage in front of them. They can highlight the word, underline keywords they got from the text, give their own definition, and use muggle in their own original sentence.
All right, so here is our original sentence that we created.
Hogwarts wasn't hiring, so I teach muggles instead.
Then for differentiation, you can add text.
10 points for Gryffindor.
Yay!
Go Team Harry Potter!
Back to you, judges. We need your decision. Stakes are high. 59 seconds on the clock. Making a decision. You're ready? What have you come up with, judges?
The two teams moving on.
The
TBD.
TBD. Quiet, but still gets it done.
And hashtag team.
10 points all the way. For our two teams, thank you for participating. We say
Thanks, I tried there. Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Ravenclaw, not a Hufflepuff. That did back.
No kidding.
what are we looking at for time? I'm running out of fashion things to show. Okay, good. Contestants, or round A, part B. We have Steampunked coming up. Free Wi-Fi, back on stage. Art of Technology and Butler Quest. You will have, just as before, 1 minute to deliberate what you have come up with. Once your minute is up, you are done. After that, we will continue to making our decision. First team, Butler Quest. Are you ready? Okay, your minute starts. Soon, in 4, 3.
All right, so we're doing math, and we're literacy teachers, so bear with us. So we are starting with patterns in the world, and so there are patterns all around us. And so our bell ringer, as students come in, we're going to be listening to music, and students are going to be beating and swaying to the music, and then we're going to have a discussion on how do those patterns reflect music, and what do they notice in the music that they like and they enjoy. And then we're going to move on to our mini lesson, having them pick out different patterns in pictures or in throughout life, and talking about how the patterns of addition and subtraction all work together and can build up to one another for multiplication and division.
Okay, you could just switch.
Then, since we want to incorporate literacy into everything, we are going to have the students create a short narrated story. It could lead into a podcast, since that's the session I was at, in which the students are narrating how the little boy addition moves forward and adds to other people.
And your time is up. I am so very sorry if I cut you off. Next team, are you ready? You will have 1 minute on the clock. It'll start soon. In 5. Your time begins now.
All right, so students are going to begin working in pairs to write a problem for others to solve that displays knowledge of a pattern, such as observing that 4 times the number is always even, and then explaining why 4 times that number can be decomposed into 2 equal addends. The operation will be predetermined by a teacher and written in the notes section of the Google slide deck. Student pairs will visit their slide deck to write their problem. A visual representation can be created and displayed on the slide. This visual representation can demonstrate the work of a studied artist in class. Teachers will monitor the work of students in real time by watching the slide creation in the thumbnail view offered in Google Slides. This can inform decisions as to who the teacher pulls up to confer with next.
Within GarageBand, students will be using that app in a way to demonstrate the repeated patterns that are found in both arithmetic problems and pieces of music. Students will create a song in GarageBand that focuses on the beats and measures and make sure that this song is repeated pattern.
Okay, disregard the last 5 seconds of that. Okay, next team, 1 minute. Cameraman, we need you because it's 5 seconds, and then we're on the clock. 1 minute. We'll start now.
Created a 3-act math task that the students will be observing.
They would have discussion after Act 1 before seeing Act 2. And again, share their thinking on
Google Slides. They'll share their thinking on Google Slides. There will be a slide for each student, so they can take a picture of their work and then put it into Google Slides. And then in GarageBand,
you have the option of sharing what you've learned, looking at the Google Slides alongside. Here we go.
I made 6 Kit Kats, and then I labeled each stick 1, 2, 3. And then we'll watch Act 3.
You can also sing, dance.
And we'll never know because we're done. Next minute. 1 minute on the clock. Are you ready to deliberate? It'll start in.
All right, so we took a Choose Your Own Adventure Patterns of 10 on Google Slides. So students who are feeling a little bit more comfortable with adding versus multiplying or dividing can look at that. And once you click on it, it will take you to your own slide. On GarageBand, those groups will then record what the pattern or the rule is for adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, and including an example. And then once they are finished, the whole class can go back into that slideshow and make comments on one another's. We are relying on the music aspect, that rhythm, to get students having those patterns stuck in their memory.
I really like that jam that was going on. Judges, we really need your decision. Your time to deliberate starts soon. Wow, quick decision. Judges, you're ready? We're ready. They're ready. For our second round B.
Very well done, all the groups. We have selected for our first 2 to continue on. Wi-Fi free, Hillcrest. And the Art of Tech, Summit View.
Woo. To the other 2 teams that didn't make it, we say thank you. Okay. And now we will begin soon enough round 2, the more exciting, the more cutthroat, where the judges will become vicious. Scary. Erica, not at me, I'm the host.
I'm ready.
Okay, good. Me too.
I'm channeling my inner Simon Cowell right now.
And they have begun, they will be coming on stage soon enough.
We're just getting our tech set here. Our judges, can you give me the 4 teams again?
Free Wi-Fi, Art of Technology, TBD, and hashtag Team Lowell. So it looks like we're going to have 3 elementary schools and 1 high school.
All right, do you want to switch to me?
I just need they'll be coming up again, correct? This is kind of, I thought I was going to deliberate to them, just kind of tell them. The learn target was, and they just know. Did you understand anything I just muttered into the microphone? No, huh?
All right, you can bring them out on the stage, Molly.
Our 4 ending teams for our final round of the app challenge. First team, TDB. Second team, Art of Technology. And hip it all the way, hashtag Team Lore. I'm really here, I'm still feeling like you're getting lives, right? Your learning target is consistent argument supported by evidence for how increases in human population and per capita consumption And your time will begin. You will have now 3 apps that include 10 minutes to create. The pages are here. Please do not open them until the clock. I'm really excited. You are the clock in 5 seconds. Please open your pages in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Now. And Google Forms. Good luck! And you are so proud of you.
Are there only 2 teams this round?
There's 4, so there's 2 backstage, 2 here.
Okay.
Are you
Two teams are backstage. Okay. There's one. Okay, then you need to get south and them. John, we're on the wrong channel again.
Okay, fine. Goodbye. Everybody wants to leave, Brian. Look at you. Thinking kind of thing. Now,
John, wave your arms in the air if we're doing well. John, wave your arms in the air if we're on the same channel. John. John, I can't hear anything you're saying.
No arguing. Well, we got another reinforcement coming in. Right, I think it's this way. Is that supposed to be like that? You guys have about 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. Oh, good. Okay.
Should I make mine read better? No, that's okay. Make sure you tell the judges how you use the app. Make sure you tell the judges how you use the app. Okay.
Let's go.
The sample.
Okay.
Students are going to use Google Forms to see how many gallons of milk their family consumes in 1 week. They're going to send the survey out via social media. They're going to take a photo with them and their family in front of their home and attach it to the form using maps to plot the locations of responses. Then they're going to collect all the data from the form using Keynote, create graphs and charts using the research about how much it takes to make 1 gallon of milk. And then, from the information that's gathered, they're going to make recommendations on conserving resources to share with their families. They'll record it in iMovie and share it worldwide. This is inspired by 20 years and the new National Cheeselovers Day!
All right, 1 minute left. Team, are you ready? Your minute starts. Very good. 2.
All right, so we're going to focus on fertilizer gone bad. To lead us through this, our central question is, how has the increase in human population affected Waukesha water? Our lesson plan includes creating a PSA poster on Keynote that they're going to present at City Hall, and they're going to incorporate civic data via a Google form on their water usage.
So then they will record themselves using the camera as they do live interviews, like, what is your name?
Cassie.
And what area of Waukesha are you from?
Downtown.
And how often do you wash your clothes?
2 times a day.
You have a baby, don't you?
I do have a baby.
All right, so then they take this, go ahead.
They take the data and they're going to then also survey the surrounding land for erosion data, taking photos for evidence and document them in forms. And we're going to have some erosion data things that can help.
I think we're good. I think we're backstage.